Xin chào, everybody. Welcome all to another exciting installment of MEKONG, the Southeast Asian space opera adventure of epic proportions. Again, we are so glad for you to join us for yet another incredible episode coming up, filled with political intrigue and passionate romance, generational drama, and all that good stuff. But, the most important thing being giant robots and anime shenanigans. Brought to you here by the folks at Queen's Court Games. It's episode 7. You know who we are. I know who you are, I guess. But do I know who I am? Still figuring that out. And I think that's what everybody else here is doing too. But for now, in the fiction of the game, they are playing warriors called Tan Nong, a caste of pilots who operate a uniquely powerful chassis called DC. So I'm going to do some introductions. But first introduction would be me. I'm Jerry Law. I'll be directing this here picture. And first up on the plate, the returning champion of the Ayurveda Grand Prix, the dog-loving, Lankaska drifting, king of the Kisi racetrack, callax'an Bulaklak. Say what's up to Ryan Omega.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Omega. My pronouns are he, him, and I play the Grand Prix winner along with Armin, because that has been a new development, which is kind of amazing plot-wise.
And your team, your team.
Oh yes, my team. Wait, what's the name of our team now?
Team Menagerie.
Team Menagerie. Thank you. Wait.
Jeez, man, you're letting the ego get to your head already.
Listen,
I thought we had character development, bro.
We did have character development, but callax'an has been through a little bit of a rough time. He's looking a little bit haggard right now, because even though he and the team won the race, just it also took a lot out of him, but he did win by a tip.
Second, playing everyone's favorite burnt-out ex-theater kid, turned ace pilot, daughter of Mekong's criminal underworld, playing rupi'a Taeyang. We got Pooja. Say what's up, Pooja.
What's up, Pooja? How y'all doing? I am Pooja. I'm playing rupi'a Taeyang, who definitely, carries her baggage with her everywhere. And apparently makes them part of the team.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Next up, his kids call him Coach. His wingmates call him Seraph. The rest of us call him a DILF. Playing Roman Maximum, we got Andrew Landy.
What is up, everyone? Andrew J. Landy checking in here. Pronouns he, him, playing the role of Roman Maximum. Also pronouns he, him. I'm what you call a nice cold can of whoop ass. And what does DILF even mean? I don't.
Dad, I'd like to fly with.
I like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. And finally, the princess without a kingdom, but the queen of our hearts, Oradee, played by my dear friend and our incredible producer, Clara.
Hello. I am so sad that I take it on as a producer that we missed Father's Day, because I really wanted to shout out Roman, our, Queen's Court's favorite daddy. So
we love our dads here on the show. We'll be playing MEKONG using the Beam Saber RPG, a Forged in the Dark system written by Austin Ramsey, with additional supply drop playbooks written by J-Lo, Philo Hazard, Alfred DeMille. And additionally, I'd like to give a special shout out to Ariane Lee, who helped us put together the cultural, religious, historical research in the making of MEKONG. So thank you, Ariane. I love you. This adventure was written by yours truly. It will contain themes that some viewers may find disturbing. There will be depictions of blood, gore, dismemberment, body horror, drug and alcohol use, police brutality, politically motivated violence, gang violence, warfare, sexual themes, teen angst, existential crises, and excessive uses of English and non-English profanity. The cast and I have discussed our lines and veils, but we just want to make sure that all of you watching at home are safe as well. Okay, so if you want to learn more about the system, be sure to type !system in the chat. And then if you want to find us, you can find us on social media by typing !cast. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. Yeah, people? Yeah. In quý vị. tôi xin giới thiệu phim MEKONG. Long ago, when the light of the stars flowed like a river across the heavens, as the specter of the scorpion demoness Bok-Ap Thin looms over the precarious MEKONG Empire, a bureaucrat named Zung Zi, one of the last archivists of the elusive Gilded Order of the Inevitable Spring, tasks 4 Tannong pilots to embark on a daring quest to locate the Sword of Rama before the eldritch Gunma entity envelops the kingdom of Chaufraya and the rest of the constellation for good. Along the way, they secured key allies, from the crew of the Bajak pirate captain Devinder Cage and his Lost Boys, to the charming Sinner Honey wheeler and dealer Denari of Dagon, and to a maverick DC racer seeking redemption, Armin Law. Now formally known to all of MEKONG as Team Menagerie, the group pulls off a spectacular victory in the dangerous Ayurveda Grand Prix on callax'an Bulaklak's homeworld of Lankaska, bringing them great renown and popularity among the sector's impoverished underclasses. To celebrate their victory, Lord Armin throws a traditional Lankaskan wedding party for his beloved Angeline and asks the party to be there at his side before they depart to the frontier world of Celodang to complete their quest and stop Bok-Ap Thin. However, as the group takes this much-needed reprieve, Princess Oradee's brother, the newly crowned king of Chaufraya, Kanawa Vung, schemes a plan of his own to stop the Gunma. As part of his schemes, the self-styled Gui Vung, or in Vietnamese that translates to Demon Prince, coincidentally, takes on an apprentice pilot as his ward and student, a young woman by the call sign DESPAYR, spelled with a Y because she's edgy. He bestows her an experimental KC, Roman Maximum's former chassis, the Archangel, or as is known now, the Concord Morningstar. As the Menagerie's etude reaches a triumphant crescendo, the forces of Oblivion set the stage to play a tritonious fugue of madness and mayhem, in order to remind us all who this space opera is really for. This is MEKONG, Symphony for the Devil. Start on like a pixelated CRT screen, like an old style, almost television. And as we fade in and we see 2 mechs cross the finish line, one covered in advertisements, another also covered in advertisements, and you hear the narrator, the commentator go, "And callax'an Bulaklak, King Bitch of Team Doghouse crosses the finish line!" And the camera pans out from the TV. Hanging above the screen is a big banner that reads, "Happy 11th Birthday Hope," and big titles that says 5 years ago. Roman, you and the other members of the SWAT team have set up the whole house to like surprise Hope for her 11th birthday. Tell me what preparations you've made.
All right, so I'm not the best when it comes to decorating, but we do have it's what I could find. I mean, it's the little happy birthday is strewn up, the multicolored letters, right, there's the door, and then right as you would walk in, the happy birthday is right there. There's a couple of gifts, the things we could get her, which any sports dad is usually going to get their kid like new gear or, as new as possible. That's that. But there's like enough packages there. There's whatever gifts are from the other.
Yeah, the other, I assume like the other team parents helped you out with this endeavor. So like there's like a big, deep fried pig on the table with all like the meal accoutrements.
You're letting me do lechon? Yeah, we're doing lechon. Okay then.
Yeah, lechon. Duh. Well, space lechon. I don't know what pig equivalent they have.
Yeah, so
but they do that with it, right? And there's a bunch of different appetizers. There's like a big punch bowl and all that sort of thing, right?
I would imagine that while everybody is still kind of milling around in the main room, like waiting for Hope to get there, and I'm there. I would assume that Hope is traveling with somebody else, but I've made our little place up, and I'm off to the side, just clutching a hat, like to the point where it's like crumpled up. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, I've never done anything like this before. Like she's, what if she's not surprised? What if she doesn't like surprises? Like,
and all the other girls was like, no, coach, she's gonna love it. Okay, and here you hold on to the cake, and they hand you like a big old fucking like coconut strawberry sheet cake, and it's got like in big text, it's like happy birthday Hope, and it's got little frosting decoration of your mech, the Archangel, because she loves all. She's like, you also know she's like big on all the legends and that sort of thing. There's a big little frosting of the Archangel, and it's like got its arm wrapped around a little frosting of the Apolaki as well, because you wanted both. You wanted representation for both of her parents on the cake and that sort of thing. It's like, okay, and then you hear someone buzz in from the doors, like, okay, everybody get ready, she's coming.
Okay, I'm gonna hold this then, and okay, yeah, I should maybe go. Wait, somebody else hold this. What if I need to open the door?
No, you hold it. No, she's gonna. Okay, you, and then everybody, lights turn off. Door opens. It's dark. All the lights turned off. Even someone turned off the TV. Hello? Someone taps you on the back, Roman.
Go. And I'm juggling not juggling but just the cake shifts. Okay, we're good.
Surprise! And everyone like pops out of the couch. You walk into the room. Someone like sticks like a sparkly candle on top, and Hope's like, "Oh my goodness!" And you guys, and it's a very sweet moment. Roman, and you got the cake, and she like walks up to it. It's like, oh, and everyone's like, get to the table. Let's make a wish. And then you see people start pulling out cameras and all, and the usual 11-year-old birthday stuff, right? You set it down, the cake down. Everyone's like gathered around, and she stands next to you, looks down at the cake, looks up at you, looks at everyone. I gotta make a wish, huh? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Think. Take your time with this one, all right? But just remember, you can't tell anybody, because if you tell somebody, it's not gonna come true.
Okay. All right. Okay. I got it. Okay, here we go. Cameras start clicking. Blows candles out. And they start singing "Happy Birthday," and the whole 9 yards. Roman, what are you feeling in this moment?
I feel like a dad for a change. So this is what it's like to live a domesticated life. It's weird. It's not like being on the battlefield. It's peaceful. This is what we're supposed to live for. This is what we fought for. Huh. Oh man, and Roman looks up. Francis, I hope I'm doing this right. I wish I could give her. Something bigger. She deserves more, but I hope this is okay, man. I really do.
You say this, and you kind of look towards the shrine you have set up, like the ancestral shrine, and his portrait's on there, joss stick and everything. And you're confident he's watching over, and you're you've done a pretty good job in the 10, now going on 11 years you've been watching over her, keeping this promise. Nothing could possibly
right.
A couple hours pass. Everyone's just like hanging out. They're partying, right? Like one of the girls like, guys, I'm gonna put on the Splendid Spouses of Saigon movie. We're gonna do all the dance. And so they all like kind of like gather in the living room and they start watching this concert film and they're like doing all the dances and that sort of thing. And you're just like hanging back, sipping punch with the other parents. But around this hour, you see that all the other team members are in the living room except for Hope. She seems to have disappeared off somewhere.
Hey, anybody seen the birthday girl anywhere?
They're just they're just popping moves. They even got, it's like a silent disco thing, so none of them are taking their headphones.
Oh, great. Hey, look, did anybody see where Hope ran off to? And I'm literally just going to start looking around the building for her.
You look around the building, you get to like the bottom of the building, she's not there. And then you like walk out on the streets, like, where did she go? Right. Then you see her kind of like her red shoes slip into the garage where you keep the Archangel.
All right. We're going to small sigh and we're going to go towards the garage. If those are the red shoes, let's go find her.
You step through the door. You kind of like you don't want to like startle her. As you step through the door, you see that she's already turned on the lights, and Archangel's like posted up on like the little scaffolding charging port dock that you kind of have set up for your mech. And you see that like she's sitting on the mech's hand, and Archangel has a party hat on top, and she's like eating cake and like talking to Archangel, and she's all like, okay, so you want to know what I wished for? When I turn 16, I'm going to start my cadet apprentice training, and I'm going to be the greatest ACC pilot that ever lived, like my dad was. And you and me, Archangel, we're going to fight bad guys, and we're going to rescue people from natural disasters, and we're going to save princesses, just like in the stories. Just like in the story. Just like. We fade to the present day, Roman, and you are sitting on a boat on a lake with Muhammad, holding a fishing rod, and you realize today's Hope's birthday. She turned 16 today.
All right, just remember, Muhammad. All right, nice and easy.
I think I got
okay. Hey, okay, all right. Let me help you out with that. You got it. Okay.
Roman, you're on like a little rowboat too. So the fact that he's moving so much means
okay. Whoa.
And half the work is you trying to like grab him by the hip, like just so he doesn't fall. He's a big one, Roman.
I get it. Okay, he's a big one. Okay, nice and easy, little by little, real. Yeah.
Okay.
Not too fast. Not too fast. Okay. Smooth.
Big splash. There's like you guys get water all over yourselves, right? Whoa! And this big fish goes flying in the sky. It shimmers in the sun, and we cut. I want you to imagine the scene when 2001: The Space Odyssey, where he throws the bone into the sky, right? It turns into a spaceship. Imagine this fish. It's in the sky, and then it turns into a cooked fish on a platter at a big wedding party on the rooftop of a hotel. As we cut to later this evening, because Roman, you and Muhammad just caught the big dinner entree for Armin and Angeline's big ass wedding party. Hey, Ryan, can I get your help describing this scene? You've emceed Filipino weddings before. Is that too big to assume? What are you thinking, Ryan?
Hasn't, but we're going to go with callax'an has. So, big Filipino wedding. So, obviously, there is a very large hall, and there are all of these round tables with very meticulous centerpieces and layouts of plates and silverware, and very strategic placement of where the people are sitting, because you want people to be social, but if there's any drama, you don't want to incur that. For the wedding party, you have one very large table, one very long table with the bride side on one side, the groom side on one side, or whoever are being married, the respective family sides. But even longer is the food. There's so much food. It's twice as long as the wedding party table. In fact, there's 2 parallel tables of food. And then on one side is a dramatic wedding cake. And there's also a large dance floor and a tree of money, so that when people do the money dance, that they are able to pin the money on the respective bride and groom.
The money tree is very conspicuously made of the several million wulong you guys won from winning the Ayurveda Grand Prix. This is where this wedding takes place is on the top of the splendid Lakshmi Hotel. It's a 3-tower hotel with like a long rooftop at the top. Kind of like what you see on the virtual tabletop here. Each of the towers corresponds with each member of the Tridevi: Lakshmi Tower, Parvati Tower, Saraswati Tower. And because Armin is so ecstatic that your team won the biggest race in all of Mekong, he rented out basically the whole hotel for so not just friends and family, but basically everyone in like the Kisi racing scene is also here too. So like Team Priscilla's here, Team Leapfrog's here, even like the Joangans are here, because like that's just the format. That's just that's just the scene, right? Like, yeah, it's like even though you guys are competitors, it's still a community, right? So that's where it's at. And I'd say like the wedding's already. We're already at the reception. Like everybody, like Armin and Angeline already like exchanged vows, exchanged rings, through the whole thing, and now you guys are you're here, and you have a little bit of time to have like this like reprieve from the amount of stress you guys have gone through the past several weeks. So callax'an, you kind of like navigate Muhammad's fish onto the food table and everything like that. And once you finish that, you kind of like step away from the excitement, and you see at the top on this kind of like rooftop deck, there is like a hollow picture of like the grand opening of the hotel from several years ago, right? It's still a new hotel. It's only 5 or 6, 7 years old, but it's of a ribbon cutting ceremony for the hotel. And among the investors that like put in, their lot with the tourism industry here on Lancaster, you see holding the shears that cutting the ribbon are your mother, Rubina the Elder, and your sister, the Rubina, the one that cut you out of this whole thing and kind of led you here in the first place. What's going through your mind?
My first thought is not vengeance. I want to be mad at my sister, and it's more just sadness. Just what happened to you? And he even says that out loud. Just what happened to you? Like, what the hell?
Roman, you get the fish onto the dinner course, and all the help starts to like set up the main meal, and you see callax'an kind of like looking at this portrait, at this like moment in time being projected into this little courtyard, and there's like a little like plaque that says like the founding of the splendid Saraswati Tower, circa 1060 MC. Then you recognize the faces.
Huh. Callax'an, and he's gonna point at the.
Oh yeah, that is my mother and my sister, both Rubina.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the lady of the house, as well as my very politically inclined sister. And yeah, it's just so weird how much she has changed since the founding of this. It's only been like what, 5-6 years.
Yeah. I mean, like 5-6 years, anything can happen, I guess. You know, your family is, you know, despite everything, you've got a beautiful family, my friend. And well, I'm hoping that things, Roman is not good with words, by the way.
Mhm.
I'm hoping that, you know, things will figure themselves out for you guys.
So, both of you feel two arms wrap around both your shoulders, and you see the bride, Angeline, your Alex, your assistant. She's about like 6 out of 10 drunk at this point, and she's like, "Look, buddy," she's like slaps Roman on the back. "If you knew Rubina the way me and callax'an knew Rubina, you would understand she's been like this for years, right, boss?"
Listen, I know that she can be a little bit of a bitch.
She like grabs you by like both cheeks like this. She's like, look, this is the happiest day of my life. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, I could definitely tell.
I'm going to tell you something too. And this might seem like I'm crossing a professional boundary here, but look, callax'an,
yeah,
boss.
Yeah.
Boss. You know, you want to know what's the difference between you and Rubina now?
What's the difference between me and Rubina?
You two have both aspired to leave a mark on this world, right? Like your parents did, and right. Like you aspired for, you know, they did the whole like, you know, MEKONG thing of like wanting to be the best that ever bested, you know, right? But the difference, she like looks at Roman, and she looks back at you. She's like, the difference, you beautiful man, you beautiful, amazing person, you, is that while she drags down other people to get to where she needs to, you bring everybody up around you on the way up.
Well, Angeline, that's very sweet. Thank you.
Yeah.
But that's a trait that I learned from my mother. Like, you cannot build a community by being a lone brick.
Right. Yeah, I guess that's the thing, though, right? Because that's the thing between like the old generation and the new generation of MEKONGese people, okay? Because like some people are here to build community and some people are here to build wealth, and they're confusing the two. And your sister, she's in the former group. So first off, fuck her. Second off, shots.
Oh yeah. Let's
sure.
Yeah,
shots. Yeah.
Shots.
Definitely.
Yeah.
To not being a lone brick.
To not being a lone brick. To community.
Yeah, to community.
Clink. She kind of starts stumbling backwards over to she tumbles over to her new husband, and as she passes by rupi'a. Rupi'a, what are you doing at this party right now? So before you say anything, as you look around where you're at, you're kind of like, you know, standing away from the tables. You see they're setting up for food. The crowd is an assortment of like, you know, the big, colorful, flamboyant racer types. All of them, they're wearing like traditional. Many of them are like, it's between like new age fashion. So the other part of the vibe is kind of like, there's a little bit of like a ballroom thing going on in terms of like how much effort everyone put into their outfits, combined with, you know, I don't know why I'm blanking on the vocabulary for Southeast Asian fashion garments right now, but you know what I'm talking about here. But standing out like a sore thumb, the Lost Boys are also attending this party, and like the best that they could come up with in terms of formal wear are like, Jutai that is definitely secondhand, that they've outgrown many years ago, and so they all look kind of like a little boxed in their little fits, but they're mingling, they're around. So yeah, that's what you're seeing right now. What are you doing right now, rupi'a?
I think there's a little bit of like schmoozing going on. She's got like rupi'a is doing her like public persona for the sake of like the team and callax'an, but she's got an eye on like an eye out for Devender and the Lost Boys at all times.
Mhm.
That it's like it's almost like public-facing bodyguarding for these children. Like, if anyone were to be rude to them, if anyone were to like slight them or smear them, she will ruin them. And by ruin them, I mean like punch them in the face at this wedding.
You see all the Lost Boys, save for Devender, they're like keeping close to each other, mingling amongst themselves. They're like, and as you kind of like observe them, you feel someone kind of like slide up next to you. And you look in your periphery and you see like the hook hand getting tucked into like a jacket. And Devender is to your left, and he says, "It's been a really long time since I've breathed Atmo."
At least this is one of the better smelling places.
You're funny.
You have no idea. I've been places that make your ship's bathroom smell like a pond of lilies.
We've gotten better. That Roman fellow has been a real help around the place, so we're grateful. I guess so's that bureaucrat, Zung. He's got just the right amount of stick up his butt, so I think we kind of need that.
It is helpful when you're dealing with a bunch of teenagers, I guess.
Hey, his gaze kind of like glazes over like the heads of everyone at the party. Oradee, where are you at this party?
It's been a while since I've been to like a party I really enjoyed.
Mhm.
So like, I think I'm having like, obviously not having a panic attack, but I'm definitely like doing the like uncomfortable thing where you're like, if I sit at my table, I'm alone because everyone's gotten up at this point and is like doing other things.
Are you incognito right now?
Oh my god, I have to be, I think.
Yeah. So do you still have the mask on? The visor on?
I feel like I would have pulled rupi'a aside before the party to ask for something that wasn't the goddamn mask. Like ask for help. Like maybe figuring out like a half mask situation or like something. How's that sound?
What'd you give her, rupi'a?
I think like let's forget the visor. It's supposed to be a happy occasion. No one wants to be reminded of this all day. And
Unwieldy as hell.
I think it's like a combination like lace makeup and like feathers. So you end up with this like super elaborate, like almost like you're going to a masquerade, but high fashion.
Excellent.
Okay, so you put on enough space makeup on her that she is more or less a different person.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also it's like, even if she were to be photographed, which she will be at a wedding, the biggest wedding, blah, 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 that like people won't recognize her both for like, because of how much it like covers up her features and changes them just enough. But that Oradee would never wear this. No one could literally ever imagine Oradee putting this on.
This is very true. Yeah, and I'm like trying not to like pick at the, when like you put on a bunch of makeup, you're like, don't scratch it, just like tap. I am Oradee is standing like halfway between the bar and the banquet like buffet, like kind of half tapping at her makeup with like
Camera pans back to Devender and rupi'a looking at the princess, even though not appearing like a princess, still kind of sticking out a little bit from the crowd. So Devender's like looking out and then looks at you, rupi'a. She's like, so Marie Antoinette, Know who she reminds me of?
If you say Marie Antoinette, I'm going to punch you in the
No,
gut.
Shireen. A little bit. There's like, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Not be the way that she behaves, but more like
No, definitely
no, not the way
she
she behaves. More like the way you look at her.
And like smiled eyes. Underneath all of that disconnect from reality, I think she's actually a good person.
I can tell the way that she I don't know, like I guess I haven't seen that twinkle in your eye, and maybe it's because we've been away for so many years, but also because like it came back when she's in the room.
I mean, it's nice to feel like I can take care of somebody again.
Angeline gets on the loudspeaker mic. He's like, "Okay, DJ, couples dance, let's go." DJ's like, starts playing some slow music, and you see like a bunch of people, like racers of all different like genders, nationalities, sectoralities, orientations. They all start like finding their partners and bringing them out onto the dance floor. And Devinder's like, "Look, you know, there was always, I know back then, it between you and me and Sheree, it always felt like we were on the same orbit, but there was always like the sun between us, and that sun was Shireen."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't help but revolve around her.
Yeah. Now I'm off, you know, a rogue comet of my own, keeping these boys safe. They kept me safe. And you're
Still failing at getting my family back. Yeah.
get yours. Start with her. And he points at Oradee.
I kind of like touch his elbow a little bit. It's like I went through the drive-thru earlier.
You did?
I've got some chicken in the back. I don't know how much longer it's going to take them to put this food out, but I think the boys might riot.
I think after this dances is we're gonna eat, but I can snack on some. I'll share some with the boys. They haven't had Mary Bumble. They haven't been exposed to the magic that is Mary Bumble chicken and chot. So I'm gonna go. I'll grab that bag. You go get your princess, and I'll meet you back here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good seeing you. And he kind of like takes 2 steps back and heads in the other direction, leaving you. And as all the other like party attendees, you know, pick themselves up and find their partners and start making their way to the dance floor, it's almost as if like a pathway opens between you and Oradee, rupi'a. And Oradee, what's going through your mind as you kind of like look across the way and you see rupi'a kind of just like looking back at you on like while she's like leaning up against the railing?
I have a feather in my mouth and it's really annoying me. I think like it takes already like a second. Because very focused on feather. But like I think since her like 10 non-graduation party, it's been a while since she's had like one of these really good like these like literally cinematic moments. And so I think there's that listen, you can be the most powerful person, you can be an ace pilot and still be like, shit, pretty girl, no, shut up, no, we're fine. And I think you see already like start moving towards rupi'a and then stop, and then nope, she saw me take a step. What if I make it look like I'm gonna nope. And so you just, I think rupi'a fully sees a person short circuit. Just a full, what's a normal thing people do with their hands moment. What's up? Oh my god, please don't have noticed that.
We'll very valiantly pretend not to have noticed that then.
Lesbian sheep syndrome. We love it.
And I walk over like kind of swaggery, I think. Like it's a facade, but it's a facade I'm used to. That it's like come over and like present my hand out. May I have this dance?
I think I'm just relieved to have something to do with my hands. Immediately like, yeah, sure, let's go. I can't. Yeah. Yeah, please, sure. Yes, that. Yeah, that. And Oradee grew up is a princess. Oradee grew up doing the noble thing. So I think that in spite of being, I think she's at her best when she's in her body. So like this is actually very good for her. And like as you guys move out, that like awkwardness does start to like melt away into like that familiar, like, oh, I'm doing something, I know what I'm doing. So she for her anyway, it's very like it's like when she's fighting with like working out or fighting with Roman, like it's like, oh, okay, I know how to do this. And you can actually feel her relax.
The two of you make your way towards the center of the dance floor, and you're surrounded by all these swaying bodies moving along to the DJ has like set aside like before the slow dance portion of the evening, it was a lot of like EDM kind of stuff as the ABGs like it, but now it's switched over to string instruments, and so it's all very slow. There's some bolero kind of bounce to it, right? A lot of like Gin sector love ballads playing, of lovers wailing about spring and that sort of thing, but that all doesn't matter to you, to the both of you. You've had a very harrowing several weeks going on this quest, thinking about the fate of the empire, of the kingdom of Chowfraya, of politics, of poverty and haves and have-nots. That all melts away, and instead it's just the two of you kind of sharing this moment.
It's been a long time since I danced with anyone I actually gave a damn about dancing with. You're really good at it.
Had to take dance lessons since I was 4. You get really used to it.
Fair.
And Oradee, like, you can tell is sort of like trying to like be there, we have that conversation, but I think she keeps getting distracted because like she's dancing and again in her body, but also there's this moment where she's like, she can't get over the fact that okay, this is really gay. Like, it's the like, you know, when you get real close to someone, you're like, you can't escape it, but she's like, all she can smell is like the sandalwood and musk of rupi'a's perfume and like the little bit of honey that's there. Is it weird if I say you smell nice?
Definitely less weird than if you said I smelled bad.
Well,
I'm teasing. Thank you. They didn't make you take flirting classes.
no. Most of the time they arrange that stuff. In fairness, we've been on a ship with like 20 boys. And they're going through puberty.
The camera like slightly pans over where like Devinder, the Lost Boys, Roman, and callax'an, you're all eating like these bags of chicken, and like the Muhammad and like Fife, they're like circled up, they're eating the chicken. They're like, Lost Boys fam ain't nothing to fuck with. Lost Boys fam ain't nothing to fuck. And it comes back to the scene.
It's also been a minute since everything has. I don't know. Devinder's like right over there.
Yeah. And he's the one who told me to ask you to dance. So
There's not like stuff.
I mean, we have a lot of history, but also our history was never a closed circuit.
I haven't really. It's really hard for me to do things for me.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that.
And I want to do something for me.
I think it's about time you started. And I kind of like trail my fingers along the like feathers on the side of your face to get one out of your mouth.
Thank you for that. I think a hint of the Oradee who like fucking ran up a mountain to kiss a girl is back. There's a little bit of there. Like that hasn't died entirely. And she sort of switches to lead and moves the pair of them to the balcony, to one of the windows, out of the way of certain lost boys.
There they go. There they go. There they go. Hey, Roman, I did that. Just want to.
Also, you see just one hand, like you're holding some as they like sweep away.
You did that, and yeah, you just got that back, buddy.
That just means she's grateful. Okay, all right. Look, us Lost Boys, we bring people together. Lost Boys fam ain't nothing to fuck with. Lost Boys.
We're gonna work on your people skills, kids.
Devinder's like, I agree. Yeah, Muhammad, can you like not be obnoxious for like 30 seconds, please? I know you caught a fish. I know you got like big dick energy right now because you caught your first fish and because you haven't set foot on a planet with fish in several years. But like, I need you. You're up here. You're up here. I need you like here. Okay, Devinder. All right, Captain.
Dad Vinder.
Dad Vinder. Listen, we love them. And then I think that is the extent of Oradee's like coolness. And it's just like, listen, I got this far. And like the like weight of everything is like just kind of returns as she like moves. Like, I got us here, and that was a lot.
Now you're here. And rupi'a, now that you are here on this lone balcony away from the rest of the party, with the music playing in the background and the people talking in the background and all that faded away, it's just you, the two of you, and the the skyline of the city of Banong Pradu here on Lankaska. Still a lot of smog at night, but it's punctuated by holographic advertisements and drones flying by and flying cars and the sounds of tuk-tuks and night and like hawkers advertising their wares and geese speeding off in the distance and spaceships still coming and going to the spaceport. But these lights could be stars if you imagine hard enough.
I mean, it's fine. I didn't grow up with clear skies until I went up for the first time. But I kind of I feel like I sense how much you tense back up. And it's just if you want to stop, all you have to do is say stop. And with each word, I'm just getting a little bit closer.
I think Oradee panics and kisses you.
Let's go!
And that if you don't dive now, you're not gonna get in the pool. And just I leans in fully. It is kind of awkward because I think you were in the middle of talking. But you know what? We got here.
Oh, I love that moment of surprise where it's weird, your mouths don't fit together properly, but then it is everything.
We cut as you guys smooch. We hear and we cut and we see Armin on stage with his wife Angeline, and they also smooch and they look out. Armin grabs the mic. Everybody, I love my wife. Yeah! And I also love everybody here. Yeah! And also, I just want to say big thanks to another person who I love, who I used to hate, but now I love. callax'an, get your ass up here. Get your ass up here. Where the fuck are you?
callax'an comes up when he's directly invited, and he has basically the shot glass, same shot glass that was given to him by Angeline, and just raises it up. It's yeah!
Yeah! This man turned my whole life around. Okay? All right? And now I got a big announcement. Not that the announcement I just had was pretty big. I just got married, but this is just as big, okay? This man and I, we raced together for a long time against each other, but then we raced as a team, and then we won, and it was the most truest victory I ever experienced. So I got a big announcement, all right? So Team Menagerie, that's us. It's me, this guy, these Tanong over here. Everybody put your hands together for Tanong. Oradee and rupi'a, you're coming back to the party as he says everyone say what's up to Tanong, and all these racers start applauding and cheering because you're clearly the crowd favorites. You just won. Okay, so Team Menagerie is going to be the first worker-owned GC racing team in the history of GC racing. That's right. I'm gonna hire all these boys right here. Points to the Lost Boys. I'm gonna hire you. And look, my days of being, as the kids say these days, a parasite are over. Okay. Look, I've been in this planet. I've been on this he's very drunk. I've been here in the racing scene for a long time, and as we built up these wealth and we did all this advertising deals, me and callax'an, I completely forgot the fact that we don't do it for the money. We do it because sometimes the families we find are stronger than the families we're blood related to. Because I feel like you know what? No, I'm not gonna say it. Look, we're gonna be this new enterprise. It's gonna be shared amongst all of us from here on.
Mhm.
We're gonna be doing a lot of races for our sponsors are now all dogs. This is now just brought to you by Lycopod. So if you like dogs and you like this guy's dogs, we're gonna like name all of our mechs after dogs, and it's gonna be like a pageant racing type of thing. But it's all gonna be collectively owned, and we're all gonna have a cut of the profits, like you and you and you and you. And I encourage all of you to do the same. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's fucking eat. Let's fucking drink. Throws the mic off the balcony and just like falls to the bottom. I'll pay for that.
It lands directly in the center of the pool. It's fine.
We just hear this crackling noise. I'm like, oh, okay, that's
That was the
2,000.
that was a mic
yeah.
drop.
Yeah.
Got the mic.
That was the mic drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, everybody, you guys party super hard for the whole night. You, the Lost Boys, even Jackie and Nina are there waiting for Zungzi to get back. It seems like Zungzi, Jackie, somewhere earlier, Zungzi, someone said Zungzi is going to be back in the morning, and then you guys will resume your journey. So you have time to like enjoy this moment. But while that's happening, as we do this, let's all roll just a general actually, we're gonna do an engagement roll.
Fucking what?
No, just
Late fucking.
yeah, but for the party, just to see how well the party goes.
Oh.
Sure.
For the
Right,
party.
Yeah, for the party. Yeah, because like
Party.
Sure.
look.
I have so much trauma.
I know. Okay, roll 2d6. Take the
Ain't got
lower.
no D.
Somebody, please. Ain't got no D.
I'll go ahead and make the roll.
Okay.
Do
All right.
it.
Do it.
Get a champ.
All right.
Ryan is the bravest of
Right.
us all.
All right.
Mhm.
2d6. Oh no.
That's a 3. Okay. I will take that into account after we take a short break. All right. That's the engagement roll. You guys, tell me before I make the break announcement, how does the party go for you guys based on the 3 that Ryan just rolled?
Oh man.
Okay, I got this. It's Hope's 16th birthday. She ain't there, so you know that Roman has been kind of sitting at the bar. And every time he orders a drink for himself, he's ordering a Shirley Temple alongside it. Well, I mean, he's not ordering one for one, but just.
The Lost Boys will drink it off for you. Like,
Yeah.
you get one for each of the boys. And
Yeah. And he's eating.
I was like, oh, hey, boss, I'll take that off your hands. And then,
I mean, somebody's got to drink it. That's fine. Give me another one. Yeah.
thank you very much. They just keep like taking turns, just like swiping the second drink. Like, oh, are you drinking this? Can I have it?
Let me see. For callax'an, he heard the announcement that Armin made in front of everyone, and immediately his mind goes to, we haven't talked about this, and how do we make this work? Because it's great in theory, but how do you execute it? So he's kind of enjoying everything, and his mind is over racing, thinking, all right, so if we take this company and then divide it by, and he's weirdly doing work in his head on a napkin on how do you actually make this all work.
Armin sees you're doing work on the napkin, swipes the napkin, throws it to the side, and says, "Hey, hey,
Well, I was working.
I know, and it's my wedding, it's my party.
Yes.
That's as host. I don't want you working. I want you to enjoy today because I know tomorrow you have a big quest that you have to finish to go save MEKONG and all that stuff, right? All that Tenong.
Yes, but
And this is the first time he refers to you as a collective member of the Tenong.
yes.
Okay.
There is the thing that you proposed. I want to make sure it works.
We can
so
work
I'm
on
just
it after you get the sword or whatever the fuck. Okay.
okay. That's fair.
I know you have work to do. I will give whatever resources you need from me to assist you along the way. But right now, all I ask in return is just have fun. Look how much fun Angeline's having. And she's like hanging off one of the Lost Boys' arms. She's like, Whoa!
Okay, that is fair. We can save this for another time. I just want to make sure that we can make this work and take care of all the Lost Boys and everyone that works for us.
Look, at the end of the day, they put labor in, money comes out, we split it amongst everybody based on how much work they put. Something means of production, something, blah blah blah. I'm gonna do some reading while you're away, and we'll get it done. Okay.
I have some books.
Blazing trails.
I have books.
Come on, let's go.
All right. I'll get another drink.
And rupi'a and Oradee, I think you guys are spoken for as to what you do for the rest of the party, right? You have long, deep conversations. I see, yeah.
Just wildly yo-yoing from like adorable deep conversation and just the most awkward person you've ever met. Like, we're good. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
Do not teach flirting when they train you to be royalty.
I feel like there's a lot of like gesturing for another round of drinks.
It's like
it'll be fine.
What drink Oradee is the one that's not uptight? That one. That's the one we need.
All right. You have an amazing night. Really fucking amazing. And when the morning comes is when I will tell you what happens next after we come back from our break here at MEKONG Symphony for the Devil. We'll be right back with more gay communist MEKONG shenanigans here at Queen's Court Games. Thanks for watching. We'll be right back. And we're back with more MEKONG Symphony for the Devil. We return to our brave party of 10 Nong mech pilots after they just got criggity crunk on Armin and Angeline's wedding night. So allow me to paint the scene, because you rolled a 3. Let's just say you got desperately positioned drunk last night. Okay, so
Fucking hate it every time.
I mean, did I blow like a 0.1, a 0.2? No, not 0.1, 0.1 or 0.2.
Let's just say you got so drunk, and some of you got a little crossed, that eventually the party like devolved from like eating and drinking and mingling to like dancing, then like brawling, then like the other thing I forgot to mention is that all the mechs are like in the courtyard. They're all like they were lined up for like the procession, and they were all like holding big wreaths of flowers very ceremonially during like the actual like walk down the aisle and that sort of thing. So they're like downstairs in this kind of like central atrium kind of thing, right? It devolved into people getting into the mechs and then having like fights drunk in the mechs too, because you know Tennog kind of do that. But it's okay. It was orderly. It was fine. That is until let's say callax'an, you are the first to wake up like in like one of the penthouse suites, surrounded by like bottles on the floor, cups on the floor. Some people are still passed out. Like you're like your shirt's buttoned all the way down. And how seasoned of a drinker are you, callax'an? How often do you do this?
callax'an definitely is a social drinker. He doesn't drink just to drink. So I would say that he definitely is experienced enough with all sorts of alcohol for him to be able to handle his liquor.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So you wake up as fashionably as you still are all the time, right? Like you grab your sunglasses, put them on, still kind of like serving on the way up, right? Average night on La Casca for you, right? You kind of like take a look around, and you see Oradee and rupi'a, you're kind of like cuddled up next to each other on like one of the pull-out beds on the couch, and around you is like a gaggle of several of like the Kinars from team team Priscilla, all kind of like big cuddle puddle, right?
Hell yeah.
Sounds about right. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a very sweet. And then Roman, you are you wake up on top of Apolaki, like in the atrium.
Yes.
And you're like mumbling Francis, like, Francis, we had such a good time.
Oh Lord.
And then you hear, but Francis, as you kind of like I imagine you kind of like sprawled out, and like Apolaki's holding you with both hands, right? And you hear like someone tapping on the metal at the foot of the mech. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh God! Oh, 5 minutes, jeez.
And it's Zungzi's voice from the bottom. It's like, Roman.
What?
And you like kind of like peek down, and you see, that he's not in his like formal, long, flowy bureaucrat robes. He's much more like business smart, casual. Except all his clothes are like wrinkled. His hair is like all frizzed up, and he's got several bags under his eyes. It's almost as if the entire time that you guys have spent on like Casca doing this stuff, he has spent not sleeping. And it's like, we can you get down from there?
Go down from where? I'm in bed right now.
No, you're. And then as you like open your eyes wider, and you see like the sun is like it's like 9 a.m. and you like look down and you realize you're on Apolaki.
Okay. Yep. Sorry, my fault. One sec, and I'm slowly gonna we're gonna have Apolaki drop the hands because there's no way I'm climbing down.
I have good news and I have bad news, but it's best we have to make haste.
Okay.
Let's go. And he kind of like starts walking, and he's like, and he starts shouting. She shouts like, Jackie, Nina, where are you? You two make your way up to the penthouse where the rest of your party members are at. Door bursts open, and like it's like the door. He kicks the door loud enough to wake basically everybody in the room up. And like the Team Priscilla's like, who is that? What's going on? They like kind of like start rolling out of like the pull out bed. And callax'an, you're standing up when Zungzi like kicks the door open. Is like, hey, cool. Glad you guys won the race. Get your stuff. We have to leave. We can walk and talk. There's a sense of urgency. Like,
whoa, why? Why?
Oh, just get your things. I will tell you on the way back to the Marigold. We have to hurry. There's just with a 3, some of you have like pounding headaches, and like you're really thirsty, and like you're barely a person, and now this bureaucrat's coming in, like just totally destroying the vibe right now. And you see Nina kind of come out from the bathroom. Was like, Dr. Zilla, what's going on? It's just like, can you get these people up? Right? I was like, okay, sure. And she like starts. Oradee, you're still like laying there when Nina kind of like walks up to you, grabs you by the face, and just yay, up,
Fuck it.
please. We
I think already like fully like stretch palm like rupi'a rolls out. What happened?
And then you like open your eyes, and Zungzi's standing there looking like
bureaucrat.
I don't have time to tell you good morning.
Like mostly
get your
feathers. Like,
things. Get your things, Jackie. And Jackie also like is like kind of like getting off the couch, like.
no, I got it. I can
What's the
stand.
hurry? It's like, okay, all right. We have to get to Celodang like right now. I have a lot of news, and I'd much prefer we cover it while we're walking to the ship. Okay, all right. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I hate to. He looks also very overwhelmed.
Just stop talking now. Let's go.
He's been picking up bags off the ground and he's like throwing it at you guys. He's like, get your things, get your knickknacks. I don't care. Okay. So here's the situation. All right. So Lord Bulak, I kept my promise to you and to Roman. I made some phone calls. Okay. So I'll just give you the good news first. Your Majesty, Oradee, so I called some friends of mine, and he's doing this while he's like packing bags for you guys, just like haphazardly stuffing your belongings into bags, as very big like uncle who planned the family vacation but really wants you to stay on the itinerary energy right now. It's like, okay, so I leveraged my connection. So I called some friends in Mintel in the Ministry of Intelligence. The way that your brother took over the government is kind of in a legal gray area, but it was enough grounds. I got.
Oh, is it illegal to have a coup?
It's gray. It's a gray area. Okay,
Oh,
the whole mandate. Either way, there was enough precedents there. I got them into witness protection. They've assumed new identities. I got them off planet. They're living on a colony in orbit right now. They're working at a dry cleaner under civilian identities. And your dog, Ms. Misfit, is also there too, callax'an. So she is safe. She's
Oh
off.
my goodness!
Okay, yeah, she's with the former king, queen, and king at the dry. So. Thank you for believing in me. I got that done. Okay. Secondly, the Salat team has also been successfully evacuated off of Chao Freya, all 15 of them.
Thank you. Where are they now?
Well, he says 15. There are 16 if you count Hope. Okay, so yes, I got them off planet. I got them chartered onto. They're on their way back to Tana Malayu right now, all 15 of them. Okay, and he continues onward, and he's just like, okay, so here's the bad news. We should and he's like, he finishes packing some bags. He gives each of you a bag. Like you see Armin Watkins like, who's this guy? He's like, I'm in the middle of talking. I'm trying to deliver some exposition very quickly. I have not slept in days. Okay. All right. Your brother, Kanawa or Kanawa Dang, or whatever name he goes by now. We
just call him asshole. Continue.
Yeah, asshole, jackass, whatever. Come
Dickwad.
on.
There's
Dead man wonking.
He also has a plan to stop Walkap Thin. Kuntilanak has been captured, and he's been working with the Apsara Group Corporation on a new GC. And you see Jackie's face like go pale. He's like, no, that's forbidden arts. And he's like, I know. It's called Project Dark Angel. Okay. I know he's not very creative in the titling of these big look. Weapons manufacturers are weapon manufacturers. Okay, they've taken Kuntilanak's essence and have tried to integrate them into a new type of GC, thinking that if by combining it, by bridging the gap between machine and monster, that they can somehow repel Kra-Su. And the last piece that they need is the Kra-Su. That's why your pirate friends attacked us over at New Backwood, because they were trying to get the Kra-Su back to finish this project, because they think that by putting this machine together, this or monster or whatever the fuck, that it would stop Kra-Su. But obviously, I was worried about it. He's like, after he finishes packing the bags, he starts like walking out the door down the hallway. I tried to leak this information to the Emperor, and because we can't have this, because if they do this, they're playing right into Kra-Su's hands. And but before I get the information to the Hwangdae Emperor or to the press of any type, it was intercepted, and that's why we have to go, or else they're coming and they're going to get all of us, and it's going to be a bad time.
Now?
Oh.
Now.
Fuck.
Yes. Okay.
Way to bury the fucking lead.
Yeah.
I was trying to find you guys, but I was also trying to, get your parents off world, and there was a lot of stuff I had to do.
Hey,
Okay,
Royal Decree. Shut up.
Okay, I'm shutting up.
Let's
Let's
go.
move, because there's some people on the way that we do not want to run into, and it's going to be very bad for all of us. And by the time he says there's some bad people on the way, rupi'a, you've heard the long drone of a Tawan class GC before, a handful of years ago, on New Backwood. The standard issue GC of the Hornets. You hear that buzz first in the back of your ear, and then you hear a text on your phone, and you look down, and it's from Denari, and you see there's just a single lion emoji, which is code for law enforcement officer, Leo. And when you look out the window of the penthouse, you see several companies of them beginning to assemble along the thoroughfares of the street. They're setting up roadblocks. You see several of their numbers beginning to all take up formation around the hotel. And then you also see the sky begin filled with clouds of micro drones, yellow jackets. And you see Zhongzi see this too. He's like, I'm too late. Okay. And at this point, Devinder and the Lost Boys also start getting up, like, heck of a party, right, guys? Why you guys look so serious?
Hornets, now get suited up. We're out. There's no fucking time to be freaked out.
Everyone pauses for a second, and Devinder's like, oh, fuck. They're here for us, aren't they?
They're here for all of us.
callax'an is getting into the over-calculating mentally. Okay, let's be logical. Let's think this rationally. So he's almost switched into a methodical, calculating, almost robot mind. So he's not stressing out. He's just getting into almost like racing mindset.
Yeah, what's your strategy? What's your play here, callax'an?
Yeah.
Were you about to say something, or?
Oh, no, I wasn't.
Okay. And then you hear a voice on the loudspeaker outside of the hotel. Oradee, it's a familiar voice. It's one that you heard call you Void Child on the floor of the Chaofryan Parliament about 5 episodes ago. Like, you see someone step on top of a van with a big megaphone, and he begins speaking. There's a bit of a feedback, and so he starts shouting, "Attention, all citizens! This is Lord Saravan Dang on behalf of the Federal Judiciary Forces. Oradee Vug. Can you please come out? I really don't want to keep these brave boys in yellow waiting. I want to do this peacefully. I want to do this no bloodshed. I'm going to say my demands. And if you comply, we can get you out of here nice and quiet. Everyone looks, the whole room right now, the penthouse starts looking at you because you now put in a position where the lives of everybody in this building is now in your hands.
I hate everything about this. I look at rupi'a, and then I look at Roman and callax'an. First of all, loudspeaker plus hangover, bad idea. What a dick move. So I feel like I know what we should do. I feel like I know what we could do. I don't think we have a lot of time to discuss this.
Okay, so Zungzi's like, okay, so it's clear that they want three things. They want the Kra-Su, they want me, because I leaked your brother's secret project, and they probably want Devinder and his crew too, because they violated their exile to space. They should not be on land. But I don't care about those laws, but these guys do very much, as you all know. I don't know if you want to talk your way out of this.
I don't know that I can talk my way out of this. Also, and I'm pulling feathers with left off my face.
Look, we all know that if you go out there with Kra-Su, they're just going to murder all the rest of us. This is going to be New Bakor all over again.
And then you hear him say on the loudspeakers, Oradee, look, we're family friends. I can cut you a deal. You get a nice beach home somewhere on Inthanon. You and your friends will get 6 months maximum with good behavior with parole if you just turn over the bureaucrat and the Kra-Su. I'm making this as easy as I can here. This is the man that called you Void Child on the floor of the parliament. This seems like a weird for him.
Oh yeah, no, I'm deciding how rude I be.
But the question is, how the fuck do we get out from all of that?
Devinder lifts his wristlet and starts typing in some stuff.
Can we get out of here?
Dev, what are you doing?
I am going out on my own terms. And on the other side, plexiglass window, the Garuda flies up, floats, and Devinder dashes out the side, breaks through the glass, jumps onto the Garuda. I'm not going to jail for these bastards.
I am going to try to stop Devinder from
jumping,
suiciding himself out.
Okay, so you get in the way while Garuda's just floating there in front of the window. It's you doing that attracts the attention of the other city. People are starting to wake up and they're popping out the window to see what all the commotion's about, and they see that the Hornets are setting up barricades and that sort of thing, and they know that Team Menagerie is at this hotel, and they start booing the Hornets. And you see there's a big public fervor against these group of government officials all surrounding the building. And, who do you protect? Who do you serve? Citizens, please calm down. We are on Imperial business, and just there. It's the exchange outside is tense right now.
To the people in the room, man, you guys don't have to go out with me, but I think we gotta go.
What, we're gonna fight our way out of this? Mohammed speaks up.
There's gotta be a way to mitigate harm.
We have all the teams here from the race.
That's true.
And I'm pretty sure at least most of them would hate the Hornets as much as we do. Well, almost as much as I do.
No, those bitches suck. People are starting to wake up. It's like, look, this isn't the first time we've had one of our shit rolled by the Hornets. Last time they did, people were throwing bricks. So I think it's that time of the month. Let them remind us what we're doing, says Angeline, as she still in her bridal dress, like pulling her dress over.
I mean,
callax'an, Zungzi says, do you still have that advertisement hologram projector from New Backward?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Jackie, do you still have the 3D print file for the Kra-Su? Yeah. There's one distraction. That's one part of a plan. Somebody please
if we get... Okay, well... How many can we print?
Can we project around the other key C?
That's an engineering role.
I am not an engineer. Callax'an, is that something we can do?
Okay, Jackie says, okay, I can project one Kra-Su hologram. I'm gonna walk her out the front door, and we'll use that as a distraction. We'll all zip out the back. And then Angeline's like, okay, this will be like when we first started out, right, callax'an, when we were doing the drift races, street races. You know, we know the Lancaster streets pretty well. If we stay low, I'll be your woman in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get you guys, through the alleyways, through the thoroughfares, to the spaceport, and just stay out of the Hornets' line of fire.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is just a different version of the Grand Prix. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
And we won that, so I know we can do this.
And can we... Okay, yeah.
And the Hornets are notorious for prematurely escalating situations even when their objectives do not call for it. So if you don't kill anybody, they won't kill you, as far as you know, until you give them a reason to kill you.
If we don't kill them, they won't kill us. What if they were subdued?
They can be, but they outnumber you.
Yeah, that's fair.
By a lot, it looks like.
Yeah.
But can we recruit the other teams?
You can. Like, I've already have them on the board. You see the Corona Chaser there. That'll just represent.
Oh, heck.
That'll just represent like any other friendly racers in your league. Anytime they become part of whatever role you're trying to make, that would be a command check.
Okay, I have a
Makes
bad
sense?
idea.
I love bad ideas.
Do we still have our do we still have rupi'a's honey friend?
Seeing that she just texted her LEO to rupi'a,
Probably bailed
she
out.
probably bailed.
She bailed. She bailed as soon as she was like, heard that first buzz.
Yeah.
Oh, man, can we get the cops high?
I was thinking, we've got the other crews. I mean, if you've got the projection of the Kra-Su.
The projection of the Kra-Su, you have Angeline navigating you through the streets. As long as you stay low. The other thing is that the skies are like a kill zone right now. Like there are drones everywhere. They've got AA guns, and flight is a risk. But then Devinder says, like, look, I can draw them away, give you guys an opening, and I'll meet you guys back up at the Marigold.
Yeah, the only other thing I can think of is distraction's probably the best option, and then just try to split them. The only other thing I can think of is shutting like an EMP situation, which I don't think we can manage.
Not this time, though.
Not this time. All right.
Yeah, like, do we send the other crews? Like, if we sent the other crews to like
scattering out.
We'll scatter like Too Fast, Too Furious, where they've all surrounded the area. They go and try to weave through the Hornets while we escape the other way and at least delay them.
That's what I was thinking. Was like if they're going,
yeah,
and also like in a spread pattern.
Yeah,
so, like each team is going in a different direction,
right?
To kind of
that should
disperse.
That should at least buy us some time and slow their chase to give us a head start. So, yeah, like that movie.
Like that movie. I was gonna say Lankasuka Drift. Yeah, we just have to get to the hangar, right?
Yeah, yes, you have to get to the space.
And it looks like it's a fairly straight path with like one exception.
It's like a dramatic oversimplification. There will be more narrative flair as you make your journey along. But yeah, this is a general.
All right. The only other thing I can't think of any way to keep the Kra-Su is pretty distinct, but otherwise I can't think of anything other than to do. We've did it. We did all the things we can do. I think we gotta go.
I grab Defender before he goes to go back in the Garuda and just say, remember, Dev, the most important thing will always be family. And you are my family. You meet us back at the Marigold. Don't make me come looking for you.
That I can do. And then he starts walking backwards and kind of just like falls out the window, and then the Garuda like launches up. Hey, pigs! It starts zipping around. Okay, you guys have an opening here. Who wants to make a roll? What's the first thing that your group is going to do? Are you gonna make that engineer check for the hologram?
Can we use Jackie to do it?
Yeah, you can. I'll just say that adds a D6.
I can roll it. All right, here we go. 2d6.
The fact that we're just all terrified.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Oh, come on!
You've got to be kidding me.
I have not been rolling well tonight. Someone else has to roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
that's fine.
She takes the advertisement hologram projector. She uploads the Kra-Su 3 model into it, and it creates a projection of the Kra-Su that walks out to the front of the hotel as planned. How do you try to sell the masquerade that you're giving up the Kra-Su, Oradee?
Okay, I'm gonna ask for a negotiation here.
Sure.
If I disable my comms in a way that I can only get short range, so I have to stay pretty close to everyone else or I'll lose communication, can I kind of apply them to the hologram? So I'm basically radio silent everywhere else, so they can't.
You can try to do that, and I will describe to you what happens with the 3 that the party just rolled.
Balls.
So you do that. And you say to Lord Saravan as the hologram Kra-Su walks out.
I just imagine this thing like walking awkwardly. You know how like birds when they walk, like just they're not really made for that. It's just like, all right, here we go.
Come out of the cockpit with your hands up.
I'd rather not. I'd like to keep it closed, please.
Very funny, Princess. Very funny. You don't think that, and you hear a shot fire off from one of the skyscrapers, and it flies through the penthouse window, and it strikes Jackie with the controller in her hand.
God damn it! I was hoping we'd start moving as it was moving, like we could go in tandem.
I mean, you can still move it while the distraction's happening, so you still have a distraction. Jackie just gets wounded on the way out with the remote control. So,
all right, I think we're like sneaking out the back.
You sneak out
as it's back. Like
you sneak out the back, and then you see a bullet go right through her. Ah!
Fuck.
Tuck it down. And Zuzi's like, it grabs her by like from the underarms, is like, move faster, go. Okay, cool. You scurry to your mechs. The Hornet deputies begin to move in onto the building to try to intercept you on the way out. Um, units moving in. Units moving in. We have hostiles inside the building. I repeat, there's hostiles in the building. Attention, all citizens. This is the Imperial Judiciary Forces. We are under attack by Bajak pirates, centralized on at the splendid Saraswati Hotel. All units are converging. Please stay in your homes. We have the situation under control. That's the all points bulletin going out as as all of you try to make your escape. You hear Armin get on the mic. Is like, okay, all GC, check in. This is Paladin reporting in.
King Bitch here. Looks like the distraction didn't seem to work.
It worked enough for you to get out of the building. That's all that matters. Everybody else here. This is Team Priscilla. This is Team Frog. Dog. And all the teams will go in. Okay. All right, guys. These are my best friends in the whole world. Let's get them home.
Before we fully start into this, I think I want to make it very clear to the other teams. If it comes between taking care of me and the Kra-Su and our team versus your lives, pick your lives every time. Okay. Got it?
Everyone says all clear.
Duh.
Yeah. Like,
thank you.
Don't think anyone was actually going to make another choice there.
Yeah, right. I know, but making sure,
I mean,
we're putting it out there. Yeah.
We're talking
putting it out there.
Yeah. Only royalty would need it said.
Okay.
Jackie says from the raucous cockpit. She's riding with one of the Lost Boys. She's like, Can we get a move on, please?
Let's get Jackie to the Marigold. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get all of us to the Marigold.
Yep.
Okay, I'll start with like a setup action then.
Okay.
To use my blinding boosters.
Cool.
To give the other three, but specifically Oradee and the Kra-Su, cover to get out so they can't track as well.
Okay. Perfect. This would be like a what? A maneuver, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or that's my intent anyway.
Okay, yeah. If you want to roll a maneuver check with Oradee assisting, go ahead, roll 3d6.
Okay, so
desperate position.
I'm going to use my maneuver, so the 3d6 there, plus my blinding boosters.
Right? So that's 4d6.
4. And I got a 6.
Oh, hey. All right. So, the copper pod boosts ahead, allowing the Kra-Su to kind of like slip past the Hornet lines, through like kind of like under a bridge underpass and into, I want to say, like you're now like you find like Angeline is like, okay, make a north turn on this direction, and it kind of brings you into like an abandoned underground metro area beneath the streets. It's like, okay, you should be clear there for now. It's just a straight shot. If you just keep them off of you. Everybody else, but yeah, you succeeded.
All right, so I think what I want to do is have Sparky kind of almost latch to the back of the Kra-Su and basically just be booster.
Yeah, just pushing her.
Just like basically just make her go fast.
Okay, definitely. Okay, go ahead, make a no maneuver check.
All right.
You have let's see here.
I have a 3 in maneuver.
You have a 3 maneuver, so that's 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take 1 point of stress because of your bond with Oradee.
Okay.
And then, all right, go ahead, roll 3d6.
All right, 3d6. Dear Lord, I've been...
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No!
Hey, it's still a 3. Your highest is still a 3,
Yeah.
which is bad, but not as bad.
Wow.
Could be a 2.
So with a 3, as as Sparky kind of like comes up on the Kra-Su's 6, you expose yourself to a little bit of sunlight, creating a shadow behind you just before you enter like the metro tunnel towards the and almost as if it's traveling through the shadow itself, like a form begins to like manifest out like a gunma from the from Sparky's shadow in the shape of an archangel, but a perversion of an archangel, a thing that when you look at it, it's not supposed to exist, but it does. And with a clawed hand, it grabs at Sparky's one of Sparky's boosters and just rips it off, and throws it behind it. And when you finally and Sparky like you get thrown back, you slide on the street. Copperpot and Kra-Su are clear into the tunnel, but now there's this amalgamation between machine and monster standing before you. It's one you had a vision of a couple episodes ago. The one that when you had that dream when you broke into the palace and tried to save Hope and your dog, it was in your way, and now it's standing right before you, its jaw hanging open, ready to eat. So you're going to take... I'm going to junk one of your equipment here. So let's say your lightning flight system's gone. You can just mark that as junk for now. You'd have to get that repaired. And then... So yeah, that's what I'll do now. I'm not going to mark any damage. It's just that system's just gone until you get it fixed.
All right, that leaves me then. Seeing that we now have an obstacle and in our way, I'm going to engage the obstacle to try to clear the path so I can clear room for both Apalaki and Sparky to get through.
Okay. So you're going to move to engage this obstacle.
Right. I'm not trying to damage it. I'm just trying to clear the path, get it out of the way so we can move.
Okay. Would you recognize the shape of this mech?
How similar does it?
It's dead on, but at the same time, when you look at it, you feel it like sick in your stomach. You feel like that feeling of the tryptophobia feeling, except it's not tryptophobia in appearance, just in feeling, right? That like ick in your gut.
I think I'm still slightly hungover enough that the image of it isn't fully registering to me right now. It looks familiar enough, and it's not the feeling that I'm getting is, the fuck is this thing? Okay, ugh, like what? And it's not fully connecting right now. Like all I'm seeing is, okay, fuck, Sparky's down, get him out of there. Okay, yeah. Then I am going to spend that spark to get to appear right there.
So right before it goes to subdue Sparky, Apalaki triumphantly appears in the entity mech's way, and it like tilts it. The machine tilts its head at you. That's not yours.
The hell do you mean this ain't mine?
You desecrate the name of the pilot of that machine.
Do I recognize the voice that's talking to me right now?
Not right now. It sounds like the voice that you're hearing. It's one of those like double layered ones. Like there's like several, like.
I desecrate his name. You're not even worthy to say it. And I'm literally gonna throw like try to lunge and grab this abomination and just shove it. I'm not even going weapons. I'm going straight fisticuffs at this point with the mechs.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, go ahead, make a battle check.
That's a 6.
That's a 6. Okay. The entity recognizes what you're about to do, and it assumes one of the base Salat forms before entering combat, so that you both square up. And you being a coach, you know, that while this is a strong stance to take, you know what weaknesses this particular stance has, and so very deftly, you do it tries to strike first, and it's just about to get you into a grapple, and then you pull a Justin Wong, and you kind of very deftly intercept each one, and it's and it's kind of clicking to you, how the fuck do you know how to counter all of these unless... But then the second it knows that it's kind of you kind of match its ability, it buys Kra-Su and Copperpot enough time to make their way further down the metros.
I'll put out the call hey, if anyway we can keep eyes on eyes on the Hornets.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Communicate with us every step of the way.
Okay, go ahead and roll command for that.
And I use my spark to get an extra die.
You may.
Okay.
You're having this. This is leadership. This is what you learned on the battlefield.
I know, but I only have one in command.
It's okay. It's okay.
Listen, I punch things. That's what I do. That's a 5.
Okay, cool. So, Copperpot, as you and Kra-Su, as you kind of exit out the metro tunnel, you hear from one of the Lost Boys, Muhammad. He's I spotted two buzzards right on top of you guys. Just before you come out of the tunnel, right when the Hornet's about to ambush you, because you rolled a 5, you see from the corner, Muhammad's mech, the Nargis, blast that Kisi, the Hornet, right as it's about to pounce on you, just a warning shot at its foot, and it kind of kicks back, giving you guys a little bit of an open. It's I got you though, and I didn't go for the head this time.
No, you should have gone for the head.
Wait, what?
No.
Oh fuck yeah, no, don't. Oh man.
And then, but in his excitement, however, because you rolled a 5, another Hornet pops out and catches him on the flank and tackles the Nargis off that building.
I want to fight so badly.
Zungzi's in your cockpit the entire time. He's like it's okay, we're just gonna go straight. It's gonna be fine. In the boyfriend shotgun seat.
I feel like a dog in one of those agility training things where they put the other distractions in it. It's ooh, a fight. No, keep going forward.
Correct. While Nargis is tackled, Apalaki, as before your melee with the Morning Star can continue, it turns in the direction of the Kra-Su and Copperpot and dashes into the tunnel right behind them.
Shit.
Okay, cool. We're back at the top.
Over halfway, baby.
You're all halfway there. At least for the Kra-Su, anyway.
Well, this is 5, so that's good.
I just want to fight.
No.
I know.
But yeah, as the Hornets get a 2 on their clock, you guys hear on the comm chatter, "We're getting killed out here!" And you see that one of the Lost Boys, the pilot of the Akshay, is captured.
I can go because my turn is just going to be continuing moving forward.
Okay. Sure.
I can make another command roll.
You may.
And try. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do another command roll. Stop that. To try to continue getting help from our friends.
Okay. What do you want them to do now?
I'd love for them to Is the Akshay gone completely? Is he dead?
He's not dead. He's getting arrested.
What's the punishment if he gets arrested?
He goes to jail. He goes to prison.
And since he's already been banished, it's
Yeah,
gonna be real bad.
it's gonna be very.
Man, someone get the kid.
Okay, you want so you want somebody to retrieve the Akshay. Wow.
At least get the fuzz off of him.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend stress. I'm fine. I'm gonna
Okay.
spend some stress.
Okay.
We're gonna go for it. All right, TD6. Come on, don't fuck me.
You can offer collateral. Okay.
Too late.
Okay.
Ah!
Okay.
Roll 20 wants me to save a kid, kind of.
Kind of. Okay. Corona Chase. Armin's like, I hear you, princess. I'm on my way. And he zips over and he says some old Lankoskian profanities at the Hornets to try to draw them away from the Akshay, and it works successfully. And because he's so fast, he zips in the other direction, allowing the Akshay to get back onto his feet and kind of the pilot ejects, and he kind of just runs off into some buildings. He's like, "I'll meet you guys back on the ship. I'm just gonna go the long way."
We'll buy you a new one. Keep your head down.
Okay. Actually, still off the table, but Fife is safe.
Oh, callax'an is, I guess he's currently prone, so he's gonna try to get up, and I don't think I have much of a choice other than to just kind of like get away to safety and go in the direction of Oradee.
Okay. Go ahead and make a maneuver check for me.
Ha! Finally.
All right. So, I'm going to add another 2 points to the make your exit. And even thankfully, you had those skates, those land spinners from the race still installed. So you start kind of like Angeline starts guiding you through the alleyways and the thoroughfares. You weave and cut through some marketplace stalls. You jump over some canals. You smash through some fences. But it's a little messy, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And better that you are farther away from the fuzz than you are back there. So you catch up with the Kra-Su and the copper pod, and the spaceport is right there.
Nice. I rollerbladed my way.
Nice. Skate. I would also like to give chase to make sure I'm catching up, and I'm trying to stay behind callax'an and Sparky because I want to make sure he's got cover. So would that be a maneuver?
Yeah, that'll be a maneuver.
Yes.
Roll 20 wants us to get out of here alive.
Right.
Probably. Or roll 20 wants to dangle success in front of us just to snatch it away.
Right. The fisherman with the dollar.
Don't forget getting burned.
Roll20 is a drama queen. They want us to dramatically succeed or dramatically fail. There's no middle ground with Roll20.
No middle ground.
Right.
No middle ground.
Nope.
You have finished the clock. You make it to the spaceport. And at least the 4 of you do, with Zungzi in tow. Everyone, the racers are mostly engaged with the Hornets. And so I've moved Amitabh and Reika up here because Nita and Jackie are on them respectively, and they're still kind of like in the heat with the Hornets. So you got to get at least one of them to the ship to like get it launched, because Zung can't do it by himself. And the big obstacle here is that now that the Hornets know you're at the spaceport, they're all going to try to swarm on you at the spaceport. You guys find yourself right where both the Neverland Express and the Marigold are parked, and the sun goes black, and the morning star descends right on top of the Kra-Su.
I don't want to fight anymore. No, let us get on the ship.
I'm gonna give Clara, you've been saying I want to fight so bad, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity to
I know,
roll
I changed my
battle
mind.
now, as the morning star suddenly engages you almost out of nowhere. It seems to be moving, almost using where the shadow is cast as like portals almost.
I don't like it. All right. I changed my mind. I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to get off the ship, of the planet. All right. That's a 5. It's not bad.
You begin to hear ominous speech come through your comms. I am the morning star that will rise over a new MEKONG. I am the embodiment of heaven's will. Through me, I will burn away all the sin and sanctimony that brings the adversary to our realm. And it just curb stomps you right then and there, just flattens you almost entirely, right? And I will bring about the age of peace and prosperity that was taken from us by the likes of you and your ilk. It grabs onto your cockpit and tries to rip it open. Paradise once lost, paradise shall be found again through the guidance of my light in this empty and vacuous universe. And it rips open, it like pries open the front of the Kra-Su's chest and tries to grab at Zhongzi inside. And it's very close, like, but with a 5, you still kind of like fend her off a little bit. Tell me what you do in reaction.
Jeez. Damn, that's a lot of consequence for a 5.
It is, but you have the opportunity to fight back, and you will successfully fight them off, more or less.
I mean, this is very cool and dramatic, and I applaud this wonderful, wonderful speech that the Morning Star has started. However, the Morning Star has made one critical error, and that is she got in a wrestling match with the Kra-Su, whose entire build is about grappling.
Yes.
And so it's going to be real scary for Zhongzi for a second. But after Oradee recovers from basically having her chest ripped out, the Kra-Su, who has been heating up the whole time, does its favorite thing, which is it starts to jitter. And then the top half sort of slides up, off, and around to the back of the Morning Star.
Okay.
And can I burn a quirk for that?
You may.
I'm gonna burn the ominous appearance. Actually, I'll burn flexible structure. That's more obvious.
Yeah.
I would like to take a bite out of crime. And go full Kra-Su on the full Monodangal on the Morning Star.
Okay. You do that. I put two clicks on the Morning Star clock here, and as you take a bite out of the back of the Morning Star, right? But what you rip out isn't machinery, and instead it's more like that same bioflesh that the Kra-Su uses.
Oh
right?
God, gross!
But instead of like hydraulics or like hydraulic liquid or coolant or whatever that comes out, several black birds come flying out the wound and swarm.
What feathers?
Yeah. So similar to the crows made from Kuntalanak, and from the wound, Morning Star's wings fully expose themselves, and but yeah, so now the Kra-Su's like caught in the same swarm of crows as it was several episodes ago.
Feathers in mouth again. See
You
the
can
Kra-Su's mouth also go.
You can have a point on the launch ship clock for that.
I mean, I'd apologize to everyone who lives in this area, but it's mostly, I feel like, a higher end zone, and I don't care as much about them. And I'm going to use my grapple anchor to bring down sides of some buildings to create obstacles and knock out some of the Hornets to allow people to get closer in.
Okay.
Now that I don't see what's going on right next to me. But also, I'm just... That's so fucked up.
What is?
what's happening
Yeah.
right there next to me. And if we don't get Nina and Jackie over here, we're not leaving ever.
Yes. So is that a destroy check? Is what I'm is what I'm getting here? You're knocking
Oh,
over
I hope
a bunch
not.
of buildings.
I hope not.
Okay, because that's the check that would apply here. It's gonna
Oh,
wreck
fuck.
stuff.
Well, let me say that I'm using this debris to cause some non-lethal harm
Okay.
and subdue the Hornets, so I can use battle instead.
Battle is specifically if you're engaging with like another combatant, right? But if you're just like doing stuff to like to like the environment, you're still destroying it, and there's no one opposing you.
Technically, couldn't you argue that by creating a different path, you're maneuvering, you are altering the path of the Hornets and
You
hindering
don't
them?
have to roll at 0 if you roll destroy. You can you have spark. You can also offer collateral.
Okay. So I'll use my Spire. And I will accept the collateral.
Okay, so it's 2d6.
Six.
Suck it, Jer Bear.
So, with that being said, you see there are several billboards, and you just start knocking them down. Even Kra-Su's, not even the Garuda like comes in, like does a strafing run on several of the supporting beams, and just start knocking stuff over. You see power lines start coming down and creating and falling into like puddles and canals, so it electrifies a bunch of the canals. So when the Hornets try to like get to you guys through those avenues, they kind of get like stuck. Rupi'a, it feels like you got a second chance at New Bakur, and you've learned your lesson from that first time, and you're not letting it happen again. So look at you, badass fucking ace pilot. Proud of you. And when that happens, we'll go ahead and put another 2 points into the launch ship clock, and so congrats. I'm coping.
Man, we got our asses handed to us so much.
I know. You guys earned this. I know. It's okay. It's okay.
You're like, all of my bad guys.
Oh, my bad. You can't believe your eyes at first. The first thing you see is cerulean blue hair, red eyes, but a face you once knew of a girl that would be 16 today. But there's whatever love or aspirations she had is replaced by zeal and a burning rage. And Roman, when you turn to see, when like Apalaki turns to see what's going on with the Kra-Su and the Morning Star, you also see the pilot.
No, wait. No.
The pilot, like, it seems like you've knocked her helmet off as you knocked the cockpit off too. So she like reaches up and puts on like what looks to be the same visor as Kanawa, to just like at least, gotta cover up, gotta be, And then you hear his voice on the loudspeakers on the Morning Star, Kanawa's voice, and her mouth is moving, but you hear him too. Hey guys, have you met my apprentice? Isn't she great? I got her cool call sign too, DESPAYR, but with like a Y. Look, while you guys were like winning races, she's been trending on social media for like a week now, and they've been like making fan cam edits to that one song, "I'm the Bag." It's very catchy. It's great. She's the new face of the new generation of Chow Fry and Tan Nong, and she's gonna help me stop Bok Ap Din. But you didn't want to go peacefully, did you? Okay. And then his voice stops, and the fighting continues.
I'm engaging the fucking Morningstar.
Okay.
I'm engaging the fucking Morningstar.
All right, Roman, go ahead, roll battle for me. Take 2 stress points on top of that, because there's some people in there, and that you rolled a 3. Okay, cool. So, so how do you engage? Do you just like pull the swords out and charge? What's going on?
It's a sword and it's a charge because I'm trying to get Hope out of the goddamn machine.
Okay, so Zungzi's like, wait, Roman, no! And Apalaki, you fire off all your boosters and you just fly straight at the Morningstar, and the full on, and just as you as the charge gets right up close to the machine, to this machine.
So the idea here is to swing in a manner that it can at least get to the cockpit so that I can try to pry Hope out of there.
Okay. The Morningstar steps out and puts the Kra-Su between you and it, and you stab the Kra-Su instead. So, Oradee, you're gonna lose 2 arms.
Can my armor absorb it, or my shield?
Yeah, you can burn your shield, and
I'll burn my shield.
So yeah, your shield's gone, and then your armor's also gone. And then Roman, both your swords break, so you can also junk those 2. And while you were so distracted with the Morningstar, the Hornets add another 3 to their clock here. The Corona Chaser falls. Armin is completely swarmed by the Hornets. Right before he can cover you guys' escape, he is and he shouts on the comms like, "Don't worry about me, just go!"
So I'm looking at this whole situation, and I'm also aware that Nina and other people are still trying to get here. So I think we need to make sure that the ship can go. So I think I'm going to try to survey and try to figure out and relay the best way for other people to get to the spaceport.
Okay. Go ahead, roll a survey check.
Right. I'm going to use my spark.
Okay.
4.
So you come up with a survey plan. You like map out a bunch of routes that people can take and possibly get here, but it takes a little long because you have too many ads on your screen. Like, you just keep getting pop-ups of hot singles in your area, hot robots in your area, mech enlargement pills, pill enlargement mechs, the whole thing. Right?
I still like the idea of, do you want a bigger cockpit?
Exactly. And as funny as it is, it's not helping your case right now. So it signals to Reika to get into range of the spaceport. Cockpit opens, and one of the Lost Boys hands Nina to you, and he's like, "Just get her onto the ship." Suddenly 2 yellow crystalline bolts kind of impale the back of the Reika, and right as the handoff finishes, and it explodes. Reika's gone. You are down 1 Lost Boy, but that's a 4, so you get another point on the launch ship clock.
I am not, like, everything that I felt about, like, okay, I learned from New Bakor, this is my chance to do it over again, is like imploding in front of my eyes with that child. They just murdered a child. And I'm going to.
Before you act, you even hear on the APB, pirate neutralized. We got one, boys. They're so gloating about it, right? These people, to them, the Bajaks are not people. They think they're just raiders, and that gives them justification.
And I'm going to use my consort.
Okay.
To call in the people.
All right.
We're sitting on a powder keg, and they just lit the match.
Oh, yeah.
Or dropped the match, or however that metaphor is supposed to work.
Mm-hmm.
That you just murdered a child. All he was trying to do was get away from you. You took everything from him. And then you took his life, and now you're gloating about it. And I'm broadcasting all of this so everyone in the surrounding area can hear. And if they'll do it, if they'll just label anyone they want the enemy so that they can do anything that they want. Lives mean less than nothing to them. And when they're done with us, they'll come for you, just like they did at Nubacor. They say they want to keep the enemy away. They're the ones who brought the enemy here, and I point to Morningstar.
People are watching from their balconies. They're watching from the market stalls. They're watching from behind the yellow tape. But let's see what that concert roll says about how they react.
So I'm using 2 stress and 3d6.
That's a 6. A brick gets thrown at one of the Hornets, just from the crowd. It knocks against one of the Tawan Kisi's heads, and it turns, and then it goes to havoc. Riot shields start coming out, but then other people start flooding out of their buildings, and they're pissed. They start like rattling fences. They start shouting different cries and all different tongues across the whole constellation. And people begin to form ranks between you guys and the Hornets. And all hell breaks loose. You hear one of their war cries is something along the lines of Durga Nashni, something of the like, invoking the goddess that your mech was built to invoke, right? Of a righteous fury. You can feel it all across the crowds, all across the buildings, every market, every avenue. Because the people of Lankoska have your back on this, save for the fact that Apalaki and Morningstar are kind of going at it right now. You have otherwise everyone else that needs to make it back to the ship does. Muhammad gets back. The Garuda also flies around. Apalaki and Morningstar. The two of you are duking it out, swords to trident. Since you both have the ability to fly from a distance, it looks like 2 bolts are just zipping around, clashing at each other, right? Just through the city, crashing through buildings, and with riots and police underneath you. Almost a battle between the forces of light and the forces of darkness, right? It's very emblematic.
The only thing that's going through my mind right now is get my daughter out of there. I don't care what it is. I don't know what this abomination is. I want my daughter back.
You hear Zung Zi on the comms. He's like, Roman, listen to me. We don't have time for this.
I don't give a damn. That's my daughter in there. This is...
remember when I promised you I'd get her back? We can, but it can't happen now.
She's right in front of me. I have it. I have it. Go without me.
Callax'an is stunned. He understands what is going on, and for a moment his mind breaks because he's not sure what to do, because in his brain it makes sense, but we still want everybody together.
Roman, if you stay, you'll die and she'll be lost forever.
We have a better chance if they want to defeat Bo-Katan as well. She'll follow us. There's no way that we can do both, is there?
Want to save her? We finish this, Zungzi says, but we can't finish this if you die here. Before you make an action, Roman, go ahead and make a battle check. See how you're doing against the Morning Star here.
I'm getting destroyed.
Apolaki, you get you in this exchange of blows, you miscalculate in your rage, in your like delirium, and the Morning Star gets the upper hand in the fight and stabs the trident into your chest. It misses the cockpit just barely, but in a way the trident stabs you in the heart, right? At least the Apolaki's heart, and the reactor just completely shuts the fuck down. I'll call it like a level 3 harm here of reactor meltdown, right? Like as if you start like bleeding out radioactive substances, and I am DESPAYR, retainer of the Chalfrian House of Dang, daughter of Francis Maximum. You left my father to die.
Hope. Just no.
And now I do the same to you.
Hope, please, no!
Can any of us do anything right now?
You can try, yeah. If you think you were fast enough to get to him, yeah.
I would like for callax'an to use his grappling hook and throw out a lifeline, just like fishing for Apolaki and then pulling him back. And I would love if I can get some help.
You're all here to help.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think it would be poetic if as many people as we could just were all pulling on the Apolaki just together on that one fishing grapple line.
It's going to be a group manipulate check. So who has the highest manipulate out of all of you?
Can I burn? I'm going to use burn a quirk.
Okay, you can burn a quirk. That'll be 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Can I also burn a quirk? Like, can we all contribute?
Yeah, have a quirk.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Can I burn a quirk too?
In which
Burn
case,
all the quirks.
Well, yeah, like if we're allowing this, I'll burn aggressive targeters so that so that you launch it at exactly the right spot.
I will burn my
Incredible.
unwieldy controls just to get tangled up enough in the grappling line to not let go.
All right. So that altogether is going to be 3d6. And then callax'an, you're going to take 3 points of stress.
Okay.
And go ahead, roll the die.
All right. Here we go. No!
Double crit.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Roll 28.
Come on,
Roman,
roll
you're gonna
20.
take.
Oh my god.
You're gonna take a wound. You're gonna take harm.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting radiation poisoning really bad here from the reactor meltdown as you're getting dragged along, and then you're also gonna take. I'm gonna put that level 3 damage to a level 4, and Apolaki gets separated in half, like just gets legs gone, hips from like you guys barely get the cockpit and the head and like an arm off as Apalaki is, and the memory of Francis Maximum is destroyed under the trident of the Morning Star. So by the time you guys pull what's left of Apalaki and Roman back onto the Marigold, the clock finishes. So that brings us down to 8. Roman, when you pull Roman out of the cockpit, several pustules and boils are on his skin. And if he doesn't receive immediate medical attention, he will die. But you hear Nina going, "Okay, launch protocols, go!" And the both ships lift off. And so even though the Hornets try to pursue, the Garuda kind of like zips around and definitely kind of like swats them away in dogfight, covering your escape. Because that's a double 1. The Garuda's still out there when the Marigold breaks atmosphere. And rupi'a, you hear Devinder on the comms. He says, like, "I think I said the name of that play I wasn't supposed to say in that all those years ago. So he's saying this while he's like, still like kind of weaving through these missiles and bolts and laser guns. Okay, guys, you're clear. Keep my boy safe."
No, you bastard, you promised.
And you see him the Garuda get peppered with round after round as it begins to descend and crash into the lake, where he's surrounded by trash mandalas and smoke, and he's gone.
No. I wasn't supposed to lose you again.
And the Marigold jumps to FTL. The Hornets seize their pursuit, and the Morning Star looks up at the sky as you see the ship kind of blink, flash, and gone. One of the Hornets steps up beside the DESPAYR suit and was like, "My lady, do you want us to pursue?" She says, "No." They're not going to make it to Celadon alive. Our job is done here. Thank you for watching this episode of MEKONG, Symphony for the Devil. I've been your game master and storyteller and director, Jerry Law. And it's been an honor and a pleasure being able to tell this story with all of you. If you like this game, please be sure to check out Beam Saber RPG on itch.io. And if you like us and you want to see more, be sure to follow Queen's Courts Games on all the socials and on Patreon. Be sure to join us for our next installment of MEKONG, Symphony for the Devil. Everyone put your hands together for this lovely cast. And if you want to process your grief before you shout out your socials, this is your time to do so.
We'll never get to reprocessing my grief. How dare you?
You asshole.
Man. All right. Jesus. This is rough, bud.
Oh my god. Hi, my name is Ryan. You could find me under Twitter under Ryan OMGA or under Instagram at Ryan Omega. I'm going to pass it over to Andrew.
Hi, everyone. Andrew J. Landy here. Played Roman. pronouns he, him. You can find me Twitter and Instagram at Andrew J. Alandy. That's Andrew, the letter J, then my last name Alandy. Let's pass it over to let's pass it over to Pooja.
Hi, I'm Pooja, and I've been playing rupi'a. And you can find me on the internet as Forgotten Saves. You can find me playing other TTRPGs with slightly less psychic damage on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. I go cuddle my cat now. Clara, I think that means it's your turn.
I'm Clara. I've been playing Oradee, pronouns she, her for both of us. I'm best known for the vicious ass beating I gave Jerry after this episode, and the arrest that came right after it. Otherwise, you can find me here at Queen's Court playing Vampire and other things, and over at Happy Jack's RPG Podcast playing other things.
I'm Jerry Law. You can find me at my Jerry Amour, AMOUR, on Instagram and Twitter. And I don't think I need to say anything more. My actions have spoken much louder than the things I've said today. So that's all from me. Fare thee well. Stay hydrated. Tell someone you care about. Don't mess with space demons, and especially don't. Actually, no, never mind. I'm just gonna save face here. I'm about to get my ass beat in a Denny's parking lot by Clara, and you know what? I just want to let everybody know that if this is my last will and testament on Earth, I accept my fate. Have a good night, everyone, and take care.
I'm not gonna kill you, Jerry.
Yet.
Yet.